everybody, how's it going? I don't know if you can hear me or not. My sound doesn't seem to be working on my headphones right now. But hey everybody, welcome to What If I Could. I got Herb coming in right now, and he's going to join us. There he is right there. Herb, can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. It sounds like you got your hand over your mic or talking in a cup.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I can't hear myself at all, so it doesn't make sense.
I thought it might have been me, but apparently it's you.
Let me adjust things here. Oh,
Hey, how's that? Is that better?
Yeah. Ooh,
Okay,
I need to
good.
turn off my volume.
Yeah, my volume was way up high. All right, we're back. So, welcome to What If I Could Scroll Saw Design and Patterns and Woodworking and everything else. So, today I'm going to show you the football I finished yesterday. Give me one sec. I should have had all this ready, but I don't. So,
I think you've been taking lessons from that other show.
what show? The What If I Could
Uh,
show?
no, the other one we're on.
Oh. Yeah, well, he always has everything right in front of him, though.
Looks like you got a half an acre to find all your stuff.
Pretty much.
All right. So,
All right, let's try that.
Yeah, I was
I got
gonna
an
take a
echo in my
nap,
head.
but I decided against it.
Okay, here's yesterday's project. On a base, and you can still come off. There's the base. Look at the fancy edge on that. Oh, fancy. And it just drops in like that. And I did the laces this morning.
I
Ooh.
really like that.
Ooh. And then the front logo. Okay, I got it. Front logo is. I got an echo in my head right now. Okay. All right. No.
Now I can't hear you at all. Well, no volume.
Okay. I
There we
unplug my
go.
microphone and my camera goes off. That makes no sense at all to me. But I get an
I
echo in
think
my
that
head.
I think that little rat you got, your little mouse in there,
He didn't do nothing.
he's causing you havoc.
So anyway, the front logo, all I did was glue a dowel on the back side of it, and then I drilled a 1/4 inch hole in the front side of it. So there's the front hole right there, and there's a dowel on the back side that I just used CA glue and activator for. So you can just stick it on, and that way they're basically all interchangeable. So if you want extra logos for the team you don't like or whoever you're cheering on at the time, then you can order extra logos and stick them on there and put them on the mantle, over top of the game, on TV, whatever. So today I'm doing the exact same thing. Well, not the exact same thing, but with a better team. So that's the Edmonton Eskimos, which apparently they're going to be changing the names. So let's. Do you want to get started on this?
Sure.
Herb, I thought you were going to take a nap.
Well, I was going to, but somebody had wanted to do a live stream. I figured I'd get involved in that instead of sleeping. I
Well,
can sleep
yeah, but
when
you
I
posted that
sleep
an
when
hour
I-
ago, though.
I know it. It takes me forever to go to sleep.
Oh,
And of course, I was chit-chatting with people.
chit-chatting away. You're quite a little social butterfly, you know.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that way. Might as well do it all while the wife ain't here.
Well, the
Let her
wife
go back to
isn't
work.
there.
No, she's at work.
All right. Get me good there. Yeah. Yeah. On yesterday's. Oh yeah, that's why. Because I was on Facebook yesterday. So I figured out that I'm on YouTube. I got an echo in my head. I'm on Facebook. I got no echo in my head. Make sense? That meant to be.
Yeah, I tried to open up StreamYard to do a deal between me and Larry earlier. And I
Yep.
couldn't get StreamYard to even pop up.
Really? That don't make sense.
Nope.
All right.
Well-
So I'll go into more detail on this after, but those are my laces. And I'll show you how I do that. And basically, it uses real woodworking tools. I got to use a chisel for it. I tried with an X-Acto knife first, and I had a little boo-boo.
Uh-oh. Can't have no boo-boos.
That's fine. So, we're going to start with our pattern. And I hand drew these on here. So there's my 2 backers. And my 4 other cross rails.
You need
And
5.
actually, I actually went one step further, used the square, put my crosshair lines on here, rather than drawing them after I cut the oval out. What's that, Herb?
I said you should have made 5. That way you could have a jig.
No. Why would I want to
We
do
don't need no stinking jiggets.
Ain't no stinking jigs. Hey, look, Mimi's here.
Hello,
Mimi.
Mimi.
What are you up to, girl? It's Sunday. All right, let's change cameras and get started cutting these out.
Good Day Turning Blair is here.
Hey, Blair.
Hello,
how's it going
Blair.
today? What have you been up to? Haven't seen you in a while. No turning going on here, though.
Yeah, I went over and watched Dale this morning, earlier.
I was there.
I seen you.
You must have jumped off when I got on.
No, I stayed to the last of it. I just didn't say nothing.
Yeah, I just said hello and that was it. Oh no, I also made one more comment that because he missed like 5 pallet holes, and I said, I think you're as bad as Charles.
Yeah, I seen that. I was going to comment, and I said, nah, I better not. I'll be nice.
All right, let's go. So same as yesterday, I'm just rough cutting these out, then I'll go to the sander, round them all off. That's just quicker and easier. I gotta pick up some more wood though. I had to steal these for another project I had on the go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I can't remember what project they're from though.
Yeah, I think I have some 3/8 and 1/8 inch out there in the basement, but I guarantee you, all this gonna be good for is little bitty small projects, 'cause somebody don't know how to stack wood.
What do you mean?
She throws it in there any way she can. Instead of laying it flat,
Yeah.
she'll have it on top boxes or half this, half that. Of course, I ain't used any in about a couple of years, so I know it's all gonna be warped.
Well, you make bowls.
Yeah, I guess I could. That was always fun to do when I did a couple of bowls for my mother.
So, Blair, just give me 1 sec. I gotta try and figure out my echoing on this, cause I know I got nothing else open. This echo's just driving me nuts, though. Go back over here. So, what I put on them is team logos, like that. So this is Saskatchewan Rough Riders. The one I'm doing today is going to be Edmonton Eskimos. Edmonton Eskimos logo. And I've done Green Bay, the Patriot, Green Bay and New England. What else did I do? Dallas. I did an old Winnipeg Blue Bombers one. And I think that's about it. But like probably 5 or 6 different ones of the same team, so.
Josh Grover come in and says, "Hello, John."
Hey, Josh. What are you up to? Causing trouble?
Yeah, I don't think somebody's gonna be in a good mood if he does a live stream tonight.
Why?
The Cowboys lost, I think.
Oh well.
Yep, that's what Russ just put in the group chat.
Oh, see, that's just changing my volumes. It's driving me nuts. Off. This was working so fine yesterday.
Josh said he's just relaxing today.
Relaxing. No work. No frames to build.
No dryers to deliver.
Could be worse. Could be like Weston having a window rebuild. Was it hot down there today? I can hear your fan again.
Well, I have these fans on constantly. I got the doors and windows open. It's probably 78 degrees.
Yeah. Oh, is that better?
I don't hear no echo.
But you
Yeah, I
can still
do.
hear me?
Yeah,
I got no echo in my head now.
good.
All right. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Okay, so like I was saying, yeah, on the footballs, basically, so on the bottom's just mounted to a 1/2 inch piece of ply or whatever with a fancy routed edge on it. Ooh, fancy routed edge on it. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, with a slot in it, 1/4 inch slot. I just ran through the table saw. That way the football just sits in it. And then I got the logos. Logos are just mounted with a half-inch or quarter-inch dowel through the backside. And I got these laces on top as well. I'll be doing a couple sets of those today too. All right, so yeah, I still got a bit of an echo, but it's not as bad as it was before. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, sometimes I got to turn down the volume to get rid of the echo.
All right, let's get back at this. The camera. Suppose you haven't heard about anybody doing any of the live feeds today.
There was a bunch of turners over at the UK doing live today, but nobody over here on our side of the pond that I know of are doing any other than you.
When I saw I saw that hobby was just going on right before I went on.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. That's probably where Mr. Russ is over at.
Yeah, I know Makers International. They got one coming up after a while. Oh, actually, it started. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, after I mentioned all those discounts last night, I'm surprised I never got any messages for any custom footballs.
They're debating on it.
What's that?
I said they're debating on if they want to order some.
Well, I'm sure John Bradley's going to want a couple. With this almost 50% discount he's getting.
Yeah. Josh Grover says nothing to do at all. Caught up on special orders and the craft show for the year was canceled. John Nays in the house and says hello, everybody.
Hey, John, how's it going today?
I want to do my job, I better get on it, right?
What's that?
I said if I'm going to do my job, I better get to it, right? Read the comments.
Yeah. It's all volunteer work anyway. Hey,
I know it.
I'm curious. If you join like a volunteer, like I know in Canada, if you volunteer, your time goes towards your time goes towards some government grant thing, and you actually get paid for your time. I wonder if you can apply for that and then have all your YouTube time go towards that, and you'll get a huge check at the end of the year.
Oh, no, it'd be worth checking in.
Oh, look at that, John Booker Blade.
Broken blade, John Broken blade, broken blade, broken blade. Take a drink, take a drink, take a drink, drink, drinky. Okay, I think I'll take a partake in this white clear stuff.
Is it white or is it clear?
It's clear. Look white because there's a piece of paper behind it.
Yeah, John,
No.
I was up early enough. Well, actually, Dale was doing it late enough this morning that I actually saw it. I actually caught it.
Yeah, SK Craft had one on earlier. It's
Steve
1
Carell.
o'clock their time.
Oh.
Yeah, I ought to be getting paid for doing all these live streams.
What's that?
I ought to be getting paid for doing all these live streams I do.
You get paid in friendship.
Yeah, that's true. But it don't fill the snuff bill.
Yeah, but we need to love is all you need, though.
Nobody loves me. I get abused too much. But not over here.
Oh, that broke right from the bottom blade clamp. Unreal. Let's use a bigger blade then. I don't want to stack cut them because then that's production work. And I don't do production work. I prefer custom work. Custom work pays more. Besides, if I do production work, I might as well just buy a CNC and do them all in there.
Yeah, get the CNC out.
I might as well be like somebody else in our group and just grab a CNC and do it all in there, right?
Yeah. Get Mark Lindsay or Harvey to install it for you.
Yeah.
Mimi's asking, what do you do with all your scrap wood?
It depends on how big my scraps are. Some of them I actually reuse for my wedding signs and stuff that I do because they're like the lettering's really small on those. Because, for an example, with these middle center cuts in here, because that's all waste there, right? So, but the center cuts in here being 1 inch high, that's 1 inch high there. So I can actually use that for like a name plate that I do. And what I would do is this. So listen here.
Man of 1,000 ideals.
So because all my edges are squared off when I cut them all. So I got a 1 inch by 6 inch piece right there that I can use for a name, like a date or dates more than anything else on my my wedding signs that I do. So basically that's not even really waste. The only waste I'll have on here is basically this area here and that area there. All right, there. And then like this section here, this is a good six inch section by 6 by 3. It's a good 6 by 3 section there that I can make something out of too. So I try and use as much wood as I can, but can't really see it. There, I'll move you around with this camera for a second. And you can see my earthquake. There's my scrap pile right there. That's my nice scrap pile, like scrap pile of wood I got. And there's the offcuts I just put down there. There's my garbage. That's where my mouse hangs out at.
Worst case scenario, You always have enough wood for a fire to keep you warm.
Well, see, the thing is, I got a fire pit outside, and I've had it for 2 years now, and I've not burned anything in it at all. No fires, no nothing. Haven't even done anything with it. Just a decoration in the backyard right now, basically. What's the weather like down there today? I heard like it's hot everywhere today.
Well, the high today here is supposed to be 76, but it's now up to 80.
Oh, really?
A cool breeze blowing. That's why I got the door and all the windows open. That way the pet can look out the door. Keep him out of my hair. Excuse me.
Now, I know with scraps, I have seen people make like just mosaics with other offcuts and stuff once in a while. But I'm not. I don't know. You can do like a mosaic or a wall hanging or whatever. But I know we got a wood burning fireplace downstairs in the basement as well, and we spend most of our winters down there just because it's cozier and everything else. So we'll burn I'll burn my scraps in there.
Yeah, Mimi says I give all my scraps to a friend for his wood stove that heats his shop.
Well, see, I had a couple electric heaters in my shop. No, I had three electric heaters in my shop when I first got it. Before I insulated it, and my power bills were just outrageous. It was probably $600 a month almost.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, and then and that's basically just running three quartz electric heaters. I think they were 1200 watts though, and it's basically just to keep the chill out. And that was before I insulated it and then put all my walls up. And then the year after that, like the heating bill went down, but I ran a line, dug a trench for a gas line, and then had the guys bought a furnace which sits right above my head actually, and it keeps it a nice balmy 21 degrees in here year round for like $60 a month now.
Can't beat that.
No, it's quite the price difference, right? Dun, 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 doo, doo, doo. So Mimi, since you finished those owls, what's your next project gonna be? Or did she mention that yesterday? I don't recall.
I don't remember her saying what her next project was going to be. I think you need to do Charles's owl or Wes's pheasant.
West naked pheasant.
I can't remember who it was that posted a picture of a log cabin he was doing.
Oh, that was I just saw that.
I can't remember
Charles
who it was.
Hand.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail in that, eh?
Yep. I would love to do it if I was a little bit better. But I don't think that would be a deal to do for a one-handed person.
What's that? Sorry.
I said I don't think it would be a deal for a one-handed person to do.
No.
I wouldn't mind trying if I had a different saw that had the arm raised up. But the boss told me don't even think about it. I guess Santa Claus ain't gonna be good to me this year.
Yeah. Get you a bionic arm.
I just want some more movement than the one I got.
Start practicing with it more.
Well, I use a TENS unit on it twice a day. But I just cannot get it to connect from my brain to it. Yeah, Minnie said her next deal is going to be something small.
Well, just take one of Charles's make a billboard patterns and do it small. Well, actually, Christmas is coming up. Have you ever tried? Have you tried doing compound cuts yet? Christmas ornament compound cuts.
I know Steve Good's got a lot of them.
Well, the thing is, once you start doing compound cuts, you might as well do a chest set like everybody else.
Yep. Larry's in the house. Larry Aldridge's in the house. Says hi, everyone. Hello, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Mimi says I have a gas wall heater in my garage and insulated it when I first bought the house. It stays warm in the winter. Yeah, if I can't do the cold like I used to. And Larry says, yes, I have done a compound cut ornament.
Yeah, 'cause I know my first compound cut I ever did was actually last year for Christmas, and I gave them to Carrie. I believe they were Sue May patterns, but they were in one of the Scroll Saw magazines. And they had these tiny little snowflake overlays in them, and the snowflakes were smaller than a nickel.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Mimi says, yes, I love those. I do military blocks also.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do this morning? I forgot to figure out how I was going to get my camera over at my sander. But actually, because I'm working on my tablet, I should be able to get a better stance over with it over there.
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other night. If I go out there and try to do a video, maybe going to have to do it off my phone or take a tablet out there with me.
Well, see, like when I started first doing the feeds, my phone was perfect. It worked awesome for me. But lately, I don't know. It's just not working out since the last update on the iPhones happened. Like the other day, it was all scratchy and it went out on me and everything else. So I don't know.
Larry says the ones I done were Christmas ornament books. Don't remember who wrote it. Yeah, but I'll figure out something to get out there. I probably won't do a bunch of live feeds. I think I'll just make a video of just showing how I get out there and try to do it.
Yeah, just like how Dennis does his.
Yeah, Larry says the swans and the angel wings drove me nuts, so I quit doing those. Yeah, I just got to remember if I get out there and do it on a video, I'm going to have to put duct tape over my mouth.
Well, the thing is, once you film your video, you can when you go to edit it, you can just put music over top of everything. You won't even, and then you can just do it as a voiceover.
Yeah, that's something else I got to figure out how to do, edit a video. Is there a good program to do that with?
The easiest one I found to work with is actually it comes with your computer. It's I actually just had it open. It is called.
I can't
Open right
remember
now.
what's on mine.
Windows Live Movie Maker. It came with Windows.
Oh, this one just says video editor.
Yeah, that one worked too.
Well, yeah, I should have looked.
Just don't download your home. Just don't download your home. Just don't download your home videos though.
You mean I can't show the supervisor by the saw supervising me?
Oh yeah, you can have her there.
Not him, not her, him. Yeah, before I had this second stroke, the place that we was at, he'd come in there and sit on top of the desk next to the saw and just sit and watch me. Then he decided he'd take a nap and lay right next to the saw while it was running. Piece of cat.
All right, let's unmute this. Can you hear me on there?
Yeah.
Can you hear me on there?
I hear an echo.
All right. Hurricane time. Do.
As long as there ain't no water splashing on the screen, I can take the hurricane. Yeah, Mimi, I got one just like them.
Hmm. I knew I should have set this up earlier. Well, it's better-ish, anyway. Better than it was yesterday, right?
Yep. John N says brace for impact.
Still hear me there, Herb?
Huh? Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you still hear me there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me turn this volume up so I can hear you, though. Oh, it's better. There you go.
Mimi says the house supervisor is laying in my lap.
I couldn't work with my significant other in my lap. Okay, it's gonna get loud. I don't know if you can hear me over this stuff.
Yeah, it's just a tad bit loud, but we can sound through it. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's really not that loud. Okay, John, we'll see you when you get back. And we're in the home stretch of sanding.
What's that?
Oh, I was just babbling. I said we're in the home stretch of sanding.
See, that's the problem with doing live feeds and people doing more than just scroll sawing and doing actual work in the shop. The amount of noise that happens.
Yeah.
It could be worse. My air compressor could be on, and my
Oh. Yep. Well, anybody out there have any comments or anything they want to talk about? That way we can get rid of some of that background noise.
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's all muffled though, eh?
Yeah.
How many pieces? There's 6. There's 6 pieces for the main football, and then the laces and the logo. So 8 pieces total. Plus the base, 9.
All right, now we change our view and change Sanders. Wait.
My question for you is that stick worth it to have for you?
The pitch stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I was going to ask you that yesterday, but we got to talk about something else and I plumb forgot it.
Yeah, it is actually worth it. Well, see, the thing is, I think this one only cost me, I think it was $6. $6. Basically just a piece of rubber, right? And but it does clean the sandpaper off. it's almost brand new again. I think it
Well,
works.
that'd sure save on a lot of disc, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I know I've only replaced my 12-inch disc probably 4 times in 3 years, and I've actually only bought this last summer, and that's all I've used on it so far. It doesn't take very much to clean the sandpaper off with.
Yeah, I may have to check in and see about getting one. I know our local Harbor Freight has them. Just like butter. From what it looks like, Mimi, it looks like about a 1-inch belt sander, but I may be wrong. There he says 1-inch by 30. That's on there good and tight. I really think this would be a nice project to try. And more sanding. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mimi was asking what size sander.
Here, I'll just move the camera here for a second. So I got a 12-inch disc here. I got a multi, uh, what is this called? Spindle sander. So with multi-size spindles on it. I got a 1-inch belt with a 5-inch, uh, that I don't use at all. And I got a 6-inch round with a 4x36-inch flat belt. And then I also have my oscillating sander. I got a belt sander, or a 4-inch belt sander, and also a palm sander.
Yeah, that last sander that you was using, I think
Yeah,
is what she was asking.
my 1-inch belt sander.
Yeah, Larry said it was a 1 by 30.
And it's 1 by 16, and I think my belt is 16 inches. 1 by 30. So now I'm gonna round. I'm gonna knock these off on the sides here to round it all off.
Yes, Larry, I got to give you a thumbs up on that one.
What's that?
Larry said that other one, that little belt sander you was using was a 1 by 30.
Yep.
He goes, man, I'm good. LOLOLOLOLOLOLO. Larry, he got that pattern. I believe last night he said he got a regular football, deflated it, took the measurements, and made the pattern himself. really don't know about that. I'll have to ask them.
Yeah, I think it's that. Hey, what's up?
Josh Grover says, do you glue your footballs together once they're completed, or do you leave them friction fit?
I leave them.
I leave them as friction fit because that way it's easier to pull apart later on. If anybody wants to pull them, like pack them up and stuff, right?
And then Larry's asking, are you selling these patterns or offering them for free?
They don't sell patterns. I'm not a pattern seller. And the thing is, there's no actual pattern because basically, after I made my first prototype one, I basically just draw them all from there anyway. So my original one, right here, this is my original one. It's probably 7, 8 years old because it's still got all these old. Actually, my other one. In 1 second. Okay. This is my original pattern one. As you can tell by all the lines that are on it. And so with these two, I made one complete football. And this was just like a prototype one because like it's all splintered and cracked and still got all of my draw lines and lines everywhere on it. And the thing is, I basically just used this as a pattern to build this one. Now, if you want, I can give you the dimensions for it. But, you know, then you're taking food out of my mouth. But they're not that hard to build. Like, honestly, they're not that hard to build because it took me probably about 2 days to figure the whole concept out about it. Because, like I said, when I was first approached with it, my boss wanted me to make him a whole, a turn one on the lathe for him, a solid one. I'm like, well, I don't do lathe work, so so I came up with this, and he liked this one a lot better. And everybody else likes these ones too. You guys like them? Please say yes.
Yep.
Please say yes. Please say yes.
I love them.
And yeah, they're friction fit. They're easy to build. And the thing is, you can throw any logo onto it, and you can decorate however you want. Like if you want to, you can paint them with team colors or like each different section, and you can do whatever you want with them. They're pretty versatile and everything else. And but you know, I just thought of that. You can actually probably just have it standing straight up and down too. That'd be kind of cool. I just thought of that. Wow. So, what else we got going on? What? Wesley's live? Wesley's live. Herb, you didn't tell me you're over in Wes's show. What's going on?
Hey, I'm in both places. I got multiple devices.
What's going on? Well, say hi to Wes for me too. Tell him I'm busy cutting, so I can't join him.
Hey, John said hello. He's busy.
Are you on his panel? Oh, you're right. Voice to text.
Yeah. Because I type slower than your turtles move.
Like Herb, yelling at your screen he's not gonna hear that. Wes, I'm busy. I can't make it over there.
See?
That's funny. All right, so next is the logo.
Yeah, I got a loud voice. He can hear me 8 hours away.
Exactly. So next is the logo. Oh, by the way, What's your guys' opinion on that? So I decided not to paint this or dye it because I thought it looked great just the way it was. Like I thought that looked great just the way it was.
That looks good.
Like I could have dyed it and painted it, but I think it looks awesome just like that. Like it actually looks three dimensional just the way it is with the natural wood grain.
Yep. John's asking me a question. Herb, you thought about pyrography? You tried that? Yeah, I tried that, but the wife said don't get involved in her stuff. If you don't mess with my scroll saw, don't interrupt hers.
He's gonna burn the house down.
No, I ain't going to another house fire.
I guess. See, Larry, I don't care about football. I don't care who wins or who loses or who's playing. I don't even know how many teams there are anymore. But I do know that CFL football is better than NFL because bigger field. So harder to run. And am I staining or painting? No. I usually leave them all natural, and I don't even seal them. So I basically leave it up to the customer to do what they want with them because I don't believe in painting wood. I will dye wood and I'll stain wood, but that's about it. That way I can give it to the customer and they can do what they want with it. So if they want to seal it, then they can because there's my air compressor. Can you hear that?
Huh?
Can you hear my air compressor?
What?
Can you hear my air compressor?
Yeah, I can hear it. I figured you'd catch on there since how many times I did Charles.
Well, no, but is it loud though?
It's not really loud, but you know it's in the background.
Okay. But because the first footballs I did, I gave to my boss, and he took them down to the Edmonton Eskimo training camp and had them sign it all. And then I got them back, and then I sealed them with lacquer. So the thing is, I basically just leave them the way they are, so that way the customer can do whatever they want with them. And like I said, they can paint them their own colors and stain them their own colors or whatever they want. So it's up to the customer to finish it. It's basically like a DIY project for them. So let's get back on the logo.
Okay. Well, boys, if you got a drink them.
Drink it before I break a blade.
Right, didn't even take another drink, and when he breaks the blade and I can sing 10 or 20 miles from this pattern, a live show.
Yeah, that's why I left the logo natural too. Usually I'll try and do 2 different colors of wood for the backers, so that way it stands out more. But like I said, it's up to the customer to do what they want with them. A lot of them have just left them the way they are because they like them the way they are. But then again, I got a lot of free play to do what I want on my projects anyway. Like, what are they gonna do? Not pay me?
Yep. Yeah, I did a wedding plaque one time for a friend of mine. Her friends were getting married. Had it all done, ready for delivery. And she called me. I don't need it. They ain't getting married. Well, hey, you gonna pay for at least the wood? Nope. Well, guess what, honey? We're no longer friends.
Well, you can't give everything away for free.
Well, usually, I'll take a partial payment, enough to cover mostly a little bit more for a little bit of my time and the wood.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But this time I didn't because she was a good friend.
Okay, I'm gonna have to change.
And I painted her
blades.
house a couple of years earlier. Then she pulled that on me.
Okay, I didn't break a blade. I'm just putting a finer blade in so I can get tighter corner cuts.
Well, that still counts as a blade.
No, it doesn't.
You
I'm still
putting a new blade in, replacing the other one.
I'm still gonna use the other one though.
That's all right. I'm taking a drink anyway.
Fine, take a drink. Larry's asking, how hard is it to create the pattern from scratch?
Not
Well,
hard at all.
You know what? I'll show you right now. Thanks for sidetracking me. I appreciate it.
I didn't do it. No.
No, just Larry. That's all. Okay, basically, this is the easiest part about it. All you need is an oval. So. I know already my football is 11 by 7. So, blank piece of wood, right? Squared out. The edge is square already. So, you see one straight edge there. And my ruler.
He's asking you using 1/4 inch or
Yeah.
1/8 inch Baltic birch.
Using
Then
1/4
he
inch ply.
says, I'm good at that. LOL, 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 LOL. And I figured it was time for you to wake up in your nap over, you little fart. Not Shaw the cat. He's over here tapping my leg. It's not tree time either.
Okay, so once you get your overall height, so it's 7 inches high, and get your center. I already just marked it. The center's there. And it says
Don't
11
knock me off
inches.
the panels, all I asked you.
11 inches long. So, there. Now, basically, it just depends on how good your drawing skills are. But you can probably do this on a computer too, just to get a proper oval if you want to.
I can't even draw a stick figure.
Okay, so since I'm 7 inches tall, the center is going to be 3.5. Yes, I'm doing this all in inches for you guys, so you can figure that out. Okay, now, so there's my basic outline, all 4 quadrants that I need. Now, my top and bottom cross rails are 1 inch from the outside edge, so I'll draw them on. And basically, all I'm doing is just putting marks to mark my center line of it. Okay, so once you got that, I'll angle this out more. So there's your top and bottom, and your left side, right side over here. So your 3 slots are gonna be there, there, and there. They only need to be on the 1/2 of the football. And then depending on how good your drawing skills are, you can probably just draw, rough hand draw a football in there, or like I said, just go on the computer and put one, like do an actual oval, or use a French curve or a fancy whatever you have if you have drawing access to drawing stuff. So there's your football, and then I cheat and I just use a piece of because I'm using 1/4 inch, I use a 1/4 inch scrap. And all I do is line it up to the center of my line. Draw your outside edges. And when you go to cut it, you want to cut the inside edges of your line. And that's why I found it easier just to do my rough cuts around it and down the center, then go over to my sander. So once you see those 1/4 inch marks on there? Once those are on, just draw those straight edges, or straight lines rather. There you go. That took what, like 6 minutes to do?
Yes,
So,
sir.
so then you need 2 of those. My football going right there. So then, like I said, it took me a couple days to figure out all these dimensions, though. So, thing is once you got that done, you basically just make one out, have a template. Then you need 2 of those and 4 of those. Now these ones, better write these down, Larry. 8 1/4 by 4. So 8 1/4 by 4, and this is dead center. And then once you got that cut out, and you got that cut out, then just adjust your fit to go on there. Now, this one is my original one, so it's a little short. You see it's a little short on there? So that's why I ended up making them a little bit longer. For these are actually, yeah, 8 1/4. That way they're a little bit longer, so therefore that way you can get your sanded edges on to line up on them. Okay? Instructional how to measure and everything else. Yeah, you can use the string too. I don't use the string method, but because I'm pretty good at rough drawing. I'm not to my own horn here, but I've been drawing since age 5 maybe, and my great grandmother is a well-known artist in Michigan. Used to be. And apparently I got all my talent from her. No, you're supposed to write them down as I was saying them. I'm not. No. Because then I'm giving my away. Because then I'm actually giving my work away in print. Whereas if you were sneaky and writing it down while I was doing it, then you could figure that one out.
Or you can always go back and replay this.
Yeah, then you got to watch it all over again. No, I had to change my blade out, so I was using a number 2. I changed it out to an 01, just so I can get tighter corners on my inside cuts. Because we all know, everybody knows how to make a square cut with a round blade.
What? You can actually make a square corner with a round blade? I did not know that.
There's a lot of people that don't know how to do that.
I think I need to go watch that Canadian fella. He'll show me how to do it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to do it, though. It all depends on the size of your blade, though. You need a small blade.
Yeah, but I just need to get back out there and figure out what size blade I need.
Thanks for your email, Larry. I'll get right on that. No, I will. I'll send you the measurements. There's a secret to making square corners, though, with a round blade. That's going to be in my paid video series, though.
When you get big and famous, you still gonna let me be on the panel?
Oh yeah.
As long as I don't do the LOLs.
Yep.
Well, I don't know what's up lately, but I sure been going to sleep awful early at night.
That's a good thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, usually I'm out. Well, the last couple of nights I've been out before 1 o'clock.
Okay, so I'm trying to bring this in as close as I can so you can actually see it. I don't know if you can still see that.
Oh,
There.
Josh Grover says, ask how to make square corners with round blade. Ask a Canadian friend to do it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of money involved in sending pieces to Canada.
It just takes a lot of practice.
Larry, but how do you add the logo, or do I gotta wait?
You gotta watch the rest of the video. I'll have it done today. I'll have it done in probably within the hour anyway.
Well, he's in a good mood today, ain't he?
Sounded kind of ornery to me.
Well, he's starting to fit into this group.
Yeah.
Josh is rubbing off on him. Figured I'd run you off.
What?
Larry goes, there goes the rails. Josh goes, Larry, you'll have to wait till it's done today unless Charles comes on and wants to go live.
Pulls me off again, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right, Josh. It's always nice to have a little fun.
So just out of curiosity, out of all our viewers, how many of you guys smoke in your shop?
Oh, it's a big no for me. I don't smoke. You do, Charles does.
Wes doesn't smoke, does he?
Every once in a while, you'll see him with the e-cigarette.
Oh, I suppose.
Josh says, I don't smoke, period.
Okay, I'm just going to run to my sander for a sec, just to clean up some of these edges. I'll be right back.
Larry says he don't. He quit 2 months ago.
Now, it's not cheating using your sander, by the way.
Yeah, Mimi says she's not a smoker.
Okay, so there's my Edmonton Eskimo logo. And peely peely. Peeled. Done. Look at that. Done. Finished. Section 1.
One hour and 28 minutes, and you're getting this done faster than you did last night.
It's an easier logo.
Okay, I need to step away for a minute, John.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, go ahead.
I got you. These that we're going to be swimming out of here.
Okay, I'm going to run over my sander again. So just give me another minute or so. And I'll be right back. Yeah, you can watch me anyway. Now, I'm not going to get into the logistics of trademark infringement and all that kind of stuff, but if you want to delve into it, you can ask permission from the franchise, the sports league, or whoever. You can actually buy the logos online, but if you're giving it away as a gift, then they're pretty much okay with that because you're not making any money off of it. Now, what I'm doing here now, because this their Edmonton Eskimo logo goes inside of the other logo, because there's a ring that's going on here as well. All I'm doing is putting some registration marks on it. So basically, I'm just putting corner marks where I know it's going to line up at. So when I glue it on, I know it'll be where I need it at. And you just got to put tiny little marks on it, just in a couple spots. Peel your backer off again, and yeah, once again, I'm using my stretch and seal. Now they're a little hard. They're a little hard to see on here, but I do have my two little crosshair dots on here, so I do know that when I put this on, when I glue it on, it'll go on exactly right there. So I know it'll be where it has to be on the logo. Now I just got to cut this outside ring out.
Okay, I'm back.
As Lauren says, for some reason I've been wanting to try to make boomerangs, but not able to find patterns. See, I know I saw a documentary once on boomerangs. You got to find the right wood. You got to find the right weight. They got to have a certain amount of water in them, because it's not. It's more than a matter of just cutting an angle out and shaping and throwing it.
God, who did that on a TV show? American Workshop. He did a boomerang not too long ago.
Like, it's the same as hockey sticks. Like, you got to have the certain wood and certain weight and certain everything else. And when you got to curve it, you got to steam it and blah, blah, blah. All kinds of fancy stuff for it. Because I know hockey sticks got like you can actually buy hockey sticks with by a certain player that have a certain curve, and all the curves are marked in the factory and everything else. And
Might be able to look on YouTube, Larry, under American Wood Shop, and see if you can find that video. If not, check your PBS.
okay, I'm going back over my sander for one more time.
American Wood Shop.
Okay. You still might want to have. You still have to ask the school board if you have permission to use their logo. I tried to do some for our local high school as well. There was 4 football players that killed probably 4 years ago by a drunk driver, and we were able to make the stickers for it in remembrance of them. at our sign shop, but I tried to do like some of these footballs for them, and I wasn't allowed to use the logo. They wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I was going to do a TCU plaque one time, and I asked TCU, and they said, no, no certain time you can use our logo.
Yeah, see, there's always ways around it if you want to, be like you're being nice and asking first, and then the thing is you can be a dick about it and say no, I'm doing it anyway. And because I know there's loopholes in like I'm not going to get into trademarks and registrations, but there are loopholes that I know that you can actually give them away, and if you want payment for it, then you can actually ask for a donation to cover the cost of your materials. Or if you have somebody buy your materials for you, and they give you, a little bit of extra money for, delivery, then that's another way to get away with it too. But I'm not saying do it, because I know to get a design, a pattern, or not really a pattern, a logo design for you, it's probably about $6,000. That's why they don't like people using their logos, even though they're on the free sites. All right, so what I was just doing, I got this board that I just spray glued some sandpaper to the back of. It's 180 grit, and basically all I do is use it for is just sand the backs of my fine small work. So basically, just stick it on and just rub it around. Gets rid of all the fuzzies on the back. All right, now
Larry, I just sent you a deal in Messenger.
So I got my marks on here. I gotta find them again. There and there. So I use CA glue with activator, and I know it never comes off. A couple drops will do ya of CA glue.
They like Brill cream, a little dab will do you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh God, I'm showing my age again.
I use Brill cream. Now I find I usually put the glue on the back, my backer piece is going on, and then I spray my activator on the wood piece. And it actually makes your points stand out, so you can line it up. Done.
Oh Lordy.
There, logo's done. Look at that
Almost.
fancy Edmonton Eskimos logo. Okay, now what I want to do is go to my. So I already did a second base already, so my base is done. My logo's done. My football's shaped, but I need to sand it to get rid of all the lines on it. Oh, laces. Yeah, we can do laces now.
Yeah.
Okay, so laces are easy-ish. Now I just did these. I drew these by hand too. Larry, pay attention. So I did these laces. Basically, you can see it's just a grid. Okay. Now regulation footballs, you got two laces vertical and 8 laces horizontal. And so what I did, I got 8 laces across here. I got 2 laces down. These are all 1/4 inch increments or 1/4 inch grids. And basically, I just took a piece of 1/4 inch ply, put it down, and then ran my square to do all my lines on it. Now, on the ends, I basically just round them off. Just round them off by hand with a pencil, showing that they're like ribbon going into the ball. Spacing doesn't it doesn't really spacing matters, but you know, because you're building it yourself, you can just do whatever to make it custom. Oh, and rustic.
Custom and rustic.
Custom and rustic. I do my laces at a 1/8, and I'll show you the reason why after I finish cutting one set. So this was off-cut off my logos from yesterday. And like I said, they're just 1/4 inch spaces on here. So it's going to be 1 inch wide by 6 inches long. So we'll go back over here. And because they're laces and they get worn, well, they're supposed to get worn when you're throwing a football around, that I don't take a lot of care in cutting these out, but I do take care in cutting it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And once you get the basic shape cut out, that's when all the really cool work starts to happen to make them look like laces. Oh. Now, I suppose if you want to, you can just leave them like the way they are. Then I would probably use 1/16 wood because they got to sort of bend around the football, the curve of the football.
Well, there sure are a lot of premieres popping up on my phone.
Wait, who's all going on?
Jamie's fixing to do, he's doing one now. And then Caitlin's got one on right after him.
They usually go on after each other anyway, right after the podcast.
Yeah, and then there's another girl doing resin. And then Indiana Jones. Indy Annie Jones.
Indy Annie Jones, really? That's kind of cool.
She does a lot of crafting. She puts out a video every day.
Really?
Yeah.
What does she do?
Just
Like resin?
all kinds of crafts. Anything from like reeds, pumpkins, or her and another girl will collaborate with a bunch of junk. Then can't find her now. There's a lady in Australia. She's always working with resin. I'm telling you, all that resin, that stuff ain't cheap.
No, I know. I went to a resin workshop at our local hardware store here, and I was looking into it. I'm like, oh, maybe I should start doing resin stuff. And then I started looking at the prices. And the thing is, as long as you attended the seminar that they had there, it was about an hour and a half long or whatever. As long as you attended it, you got 40% off the product they were selling, because it was a promo product, right? And it was still gonna cost me like almost $200 just for like the two part, like A and B part.
Yep.
And so it was gonna cost me like $200 for that, and then it was gonna be extra for the mixers and the cups and the weight scale and everything. I'm like, no, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, she goes to the dollar store and buys most of her cups and stuff. She said, I can get 100 solo cups for what they want for prices from them. But $100 a bottle for the Part A and B resin, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to spend on something that you know is not going to work, right? For the first try. Because you know it's going to take you at least 10 tries to get it right, the proper mixture and everything else. Okay, so I got my laces cut out. Like I said, you can leave them the way they are right now, or what I do. Strips of leather. Yeah, you can get real strips of leather, make real wood. Have you heard of bendy plywood? You mean that stuff up there? That's a full 4x8 sheet of horizontal bendy plywood. And if you're going to buy bendy plywood, you got to make sure that you specify whether you want it horizontal or vertical, depending on what your cuts are going to be, because that's the way all the plywood is laid out. I was going to build a really cool stand. I was going to make a wine glass. Okay, so I was going to make a wine glass wine bottle holder and a wine bottle wine glass holder. Does that make sense to you guys? And then, so I bought the plywood, and she's like, no, I don't want it anymore. I'm going to move. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't care. But, so I've had that for probably 3 years sitting in my shop, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
If I know you, you'll come up with something.
Oh, I'll come up with something, all right. Okay, so, like I said, you can leave the laces the way it is, but the problem is they don't bend. It won't bend because it's too thick. It's 1/8, right? So 1/16 bends better, but if you know anything about bending wood, you can actually, if you put notches in the top side of it, it'll curve on you. They're called cut relief lines, right? So what I do, I use my blade, and I'll cut vertically into these, one blade depth thick, which basically is one layer ply. I'm gonna put my now Herb, I didn't break my blade. I'm putting my other blade back on again.
I'm still taking a drink. You're changing blade. That's a blade.
It's not a blade change. It's still the same blade.
I know, but you're changing it one out for the other. So it's tomato. It's still classified as a new blade that you are putting in.
But it's the
It
same
may
blade.
be used, but it's still a new blade.
Same blade.
Take a drink anyway.
Take a drink all you want. Well, you know what? I just realized that taking a drink takes up the time of doing this. That's why he does it. Not to get everybody inebriated.
I got to take it there, blade.
Damn it, Herb! Get out of the sauce. Okay, so all I do, and
Well.
I'll show you this a couple different times here.
Okay. Josh Grover says, Herb, it's still a drink. One blade gets dull and then changes it before it breaks.
No, but it's not dull. It's still a good blade. Anyway,
But you
So-
replaced the blade.
so all I do is I keep it vertical this way, and I just line up the top and bottom, and all I do is make vertical cuts with my blade. And you just have to go like I said, one blade depth thick, and I'm using a number 3 for this one, so it's a little thicker, right? And this just adds an extra added touch to it to make it look three-dimensional, because your vertical laces cross over your bottom laces. And while you're doing this, you can actually also adjust your laces so they still look vertical to each other as well. If that makes sense. Okay, see it? Can you guys see that? So you
Yep.
see the cuts I got on there? So now, see, the wood is bendy.
Josh Grover is asking, how many times did you cut all the way through your lace before getting the depth right?
Never. Never. Because I started off shallow and just went a little bit deeper and just realized, okay, all I gotta go is one blade depth thick.
Oh, did you eat your hamburgers last night?
Yeah, I ate them cold. Oh, and she finished the rest of the box up, so the box was in the garbage, so I didn't get a picture of it either. And I finished my meat too. And then I had a shake. She made me a shake too. Oh no, sorry, it was a float. She made me a root beer float.
Oh, God, a root beer float.
Yeah.
Larry said, my dad was the problem solver.
Well, that's what I am at work too. That's why I'm so good at, like, I might, you know, I'm pretty sure I sound pretty egotistical to a lot of people on the panel, or like a lot of people in the show. But I'm a problem solver, and I try and figure out things and ways to make things work the way I need them to. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is, because like I straightened up some of my cuts on there with the going straight up and down. So I'm just cleaning the edges of my other outside laces off to line up to those cut marks. And like I said, because they're laces, you know, they can look a little ratty or tatty or tattered, worn. Rustic.
Rustic. And another one bites the dust.
Okay. So now, oh, look at this. We're going to use a real hand tool. Using a chisel.
What?
Real hand tool. A real hand tool. Look at that. So a quarter inch chisel. Now, all you got to do is dig it into your cut line. Don't even have to go all the way down, and just take out your plywood chunk. that to the depth that you cut it down to, right? And that'll give you your depth to give you your 3D look for the laces.
No, Josh, it wasn't butterscotch. It was a water bottle.
Now all I do is just work one side first and then the other side. Try not to go into your hand.
I'm not allowed to use sharp tools.
If you want, you can clamp it down on your work table. But this
Well,
is
I'm
just one.
sorry. I can't watch that show no more. It's coming in and out too many times.
But this is just one of those things that I do that gives it a custom look and adds character to stuff.
Josh goes, I heard a screwdriver works as well.
Cav, you want to sharpen a screwdriver? Oh wait, you're down the States. Don't they just use Phillips down there because they don't know what a flathead or a Robertson's drivers are? I hate getting signs from the States because they all use Phillips head screws. Is there a reason Americans like Phillips head screws?
I have no idea. Or a Reed Pierce. Yeah, I went into Lowe's one time and asked if they had any Reed Pierce bits. That guy looked at me like I, was stupid. And this woman that was, I guess, another associate there, she goes, "Oh yeah, they're over here."
Okay, what's a Reed Pierce?
You know how a Phillips is kind of pointing?
Yeah.
Well, Reed Pierce is not. It's the same concept as a Phillips, but it's not as pointing.
Okay, so actually I'll go switch to the other camera. You can see it better on there.
It looks just ducky.
So your laces, like I said, just take out the centerpiece there to give it that three-dimensional look, right? Because that way it looks three-dimensional when it's laying down. Because these overtop laces will overtop the back ones, and it's a little bendy. Now you don't want to snap it right now. Like just give it a little curve. Like go to each one and just give it a little snap on it, and it'll curve it out a bit without actually breaking all the way through. Okay, so you got a little bit of curve on there. Now what you want to do before I glue it on is just make sure that it's going to curve onto there like that without breaking. Okay? Thinking ahead. Okay, so
Just spiffy nifty.
what left we got to do? Oh, sand. So let's go over to my sanding table. Herb's gonna have to. Yeah, you can wet it down and put it on a form and bend it and clamp it on if you want to and everything else. This is just quick and easy. Like I said, you can use 1/16 if you want. 1/16 will bend it for you. The 1/8 is a good accent to the 1/4-inch wood. I just find so it just looks better. And the thing is, you can soak your wood, wet it down, steam it, just to get that curve. But the thing is, because it's plywood, you got alternate grains on it, right? So it's a little harder to bend around. But you can still like you can soak it, put it on your wood, clamp it down, and I would do that before I even glue it. So that way you still get your natural curve. You get your curve in it. But I just find that with plywood, you end up with more issues of doing that because it's going to swell on you as well. and it might the water has a tendency to split your wood because it'll swell it, and you'll end up raising the grain on it too. Now, your grain will go down, and you can sand it off after in the end anyway. This. Oh, 1/4 inch. So what we want to do is drill a 1/4 inch hole. And you want to find out which side looks best for you. Now, if you did a really good job, it doesn't really matter because they're all the same. Like that one. And then figure out where your logo is going to go. I'm going to have it right there. So then take a 1/4 inch dowel. Boop, I already got mine cut. Let's take a 1/4 inch dowel. And like I said, figure out where you want to line it up at. And then just draw a little pin mark with your pencil, so you know it's going to line up for you. This is basically dead center. Then pilot hole. Oh, right, glue it on first. Glue it on first. Also, for my little piece of dowel, I always round one end off just to make it easier to go into the other adjoining hole.
Yeah, I'll go watch it later.
Now, it's up to you how you want to drill things, but I usually drill onto a scrap piece of wood so I don't splinter out the back of my piece that I'm drilling into. But I'm not going to tell you guys how to do things. You can do anything you want.
Everything just a suggestion.
I'm just giving suggestions, yes. Now, I always drill pilot holes first.
I don't want that.
And I also never drill all the way through my wood. I go halfway, and then I go through from the other side. Also, so it doesn't splinter out on me.
Orange goes. Larry goes. It may also come unplugged too. I forgot about that.
What?
I was just reading the comment he said because I wasn't paying attention to what y'all was talking about.
Oh, yeah. But that's why you don't want to glue it while it's wet anyway. Always, if you're bending wood, steam it, bend it, put it in your form, bend it, clamp it, let it dry at least 48 hours. At least 48 hours so that everything comes out of it.
Larry says, where I live, I can't get the accelerator for the super glue.
I actually bought mine.
For us in the U.S. to get it, please.
I actually bought mine with my glue at my hardware store. The one I get two brands. I got this one's called Miter Bond by Unica. I got this at Windsor Plywood, and it came with my CA glue as well. In Canada, I know KMS also sells it, and Home Hardware sells it, and Home Hardware sells the other brand. I'll grab it for a second.
Okay.
Home Home Hardware sells this. It's called Instabond by Intecta, and it's kind of cool because it has Velcro on the back of it, so you don't lose them, and you know they belong together. And they're big bottles too, huge bottles. It's a 100-gram bottle instead of the small little 25 ounce Gorilla Glues. And it works instant hold, and just don't stick your fingers together with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
says Larry, the only place I've found for the accelerator is Rockler or Woodcraft.
But yeah, actually, I would check off chance. I would check automotive place as well. Be surprised. Okay, so my hole's in there, and my dowel's on the backside, and so you see how I just gave that a little bevel on there, just with sandpaper. And that way, when it goes in the hole, slides right in.
That's just nifty.
Okay, so we got to go over to the setting table over there. So you're going to be Herb. If you can just watch the chat for me, I'll take the camera over there, and I'll chat to you guys from over there. All right?
Oh, okay. So I guess I got to pay attention instead of multitasking again. Yeah, Josh, we had a Rockler and a Woodcraft here in Fort Worth, but they decided to move east and go to Dallas, which is a pain in the butt to drive to. Hey, look, an air hole. You're cheating hard. Well, tell on you. Okay, it's still pretty quiet in the chat. Yeah, but Houston would be an 8-hour drive for me. Really? Josh, I really couldn't answer that question today, my friend. But I know last night he said he would be highly upset if they did. You asking the wrong person, Josh, because I don't watch football either. Larry's asking what size disc does that sander use?
Oh, that's better.
Larry's asking what size disc does that
Give me 1 sec. Now, it's an automotive sander, so I use automotive discs for it. And I picked these up at the auto store. They're 6-inch 120 grit. So it's a 6-inch air sander, but it's an automotive air sander, so it's a lot more durable, industrial size, right? And the thing is, the harder you press on it, the slower it actually goes. So like if you start at high speed, like when I was sanding this, you guys are probably going, "Oh, he's gonna break that." So the harder you push on it, the slower it goes actually. So it starts off at high speed, and you push down on it, it goes slower because it's just the way it's air actuated in it. It's actually it's a really good one to have. So next step is to glue this on, and we want it on the top.
I want it on the bottom.
No, the laces go on top.
Depends on which way you're laying it.
It's gonna lay on top.
I'm being difficult today.
I know. It's laying on top.
And is
Now-
it a Harbor Freight?
No, we don't have Harbor Freight up here. So it's Princess Auto. So it's a Pro Point. It's Princess Auto brand, which is Pro Point, or Power Fist is their brand.
And Josh says the laces are upside down.
Was it nuts? Because technically the laces are on the side of the ball, so when you go to grip it with your proper grip on it, in your lock your laces in the ball, so you get a spiral on it. Just saying. I don't know
they're
sports.
not on the top; they're on the side.
Yes, but when they put the ball down on the field to begin with, they're topped up. So just do like that. Hold it for a second.
That's more than a second.
Well, it dries faster. It's not a different. It's the same size, but the automotive one is more industrial than the one you get at your hardware store, because the hardware store one is just like hobby. And I think this has like it's air actuated, so it works on a higher air volume into it. It's basically the same as like, okay, let's say the one you get at the hardware store is like a 1.5 amp, and if you were to get this in a powered one, it'd be like a 6.4 amp. Technically, the lasers are facing up. Try.
Well, just popped off.
What? Done. Base is done.
I'm getting goofy. I'm getting sleepy.
Base is done. Logo's done. Football's done. Look at that. Whole entire ball done in 2.5 hours.
2 hours and 22 minutes.
Laces. So there we go. One football done. Edmonton Eskimos against Saskatchewan Roughriders. And the battle begins. The Battle of the West. So there you go. Any last questions?
No.
Larry's gonna ask how much to sell them for.
The factory price is $1,100.
Like I said, I don't sell the patterns for the because the thing is, I basically just do a lot of one-offs and stuff. This is one thing that actually turned out that it was a big seller. My Mater Adirondack chairs I used to make were a big seller too, and I got so sick of making those because that was a production line. And the thing is, I had like 14 of them in my shop at one time, and I had 3 sizes. I had child, youth, and adult size Adirondack chairs, and they all had like a hook coming up the back into a box on the back, and I scroll sawed personalized names on the back. He had eyes and teeth on it, and I put headlights on the handles. So if you go to my Facebook page and go way back in the photos, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I think I got one photo there that shows like 12 of them in my shop, and it was like one thing I just did not want to build any more of.
Sound like a big pain in the backside.
Well, yeah, because like okay, well it used to be a painter, right? So let's say you're doing drywall too. So you had to prep, mud, dry, prep, mud, sand, prime, then paint, 2 coats in every room, right? So you got to do that in 12 exact same rooms in the exact same house at the exact same time. It just gets to you after a while.
Yep. Oh.
Larry, I did print them out. If you want, I'll send you a PDF copy. Let me copy. I'll send you a PDF copy of it. And for the logos, all I did, I went on Google, typed in the team name, and picked a nice looking logo. Just saved that picture, and I printed that picture right off. That's why they're in black and white when I print them off. That's why they look the way they do. That printed right off from a colored photo, right there. And that's usually what I do with all my team logos. Any other questions from anybody else?
No, sir.
So Larry, just let me know. I can send you PDF. I can send you CDR. I can send you whatever you want. Just let me know what format you want to send in. All right. I think we had a pretty good show. I think everybody had fun on the show. Look at that. I finished a project up. I finished a project on one of my shows.
Yay!
Yay! And I hope you guys learn lots. And if you need more information, just contact me. And I'm pretty sure if you can't find me on any of the shows, just message me or whatever. And have a good day. Thanks, Herb. Thanks, everybody out in the group. Who's all out there anyway? Larry,
Lawrence,
Josh.
I don't know if Mimi's still here. John Nave was here.
All right, guys. And I know I probably got a lot of comments over on. Oh no, yeah, 'cause it's on YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna call it bye for now. Herb, I'll probably see you in another show if somebody else is on, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you
All
very
right.
much for
Bye.
hanging out, and bye bye for now.